Trump supporters at NYU have gone underground, fearing they're going to be called racist. They also worry about being reprimanded not just by their peers, but by professors who could destroy their GPAs. So I chased this to NYU and I met with the College Republicans.
People are afraid to speak up what their beliefs are if they happen to be a fiscal or even social conservative.
Matt also said that just advocating for limits to immigration during a debate landed him in hot water and he was called a racist.
Unfortunately, when we look at people coming across the border from Mexico, more often than not, they don't have that level of education or skill set that our economy demands, which is why it might be a good idea to put some restrictions on immigration coming from the South.
And he said that there was a brawl among students who were at that debate in the fall. Dylan Perera made national headlines by appearing on Fox and Friends and talking about how difficult it is to be a Trump supporter on NYU's campus.
One time I had this girl, she started yelling at me and screaming at me and calling me racist, fascist, all these random claims. Just because it came up that I was a Trump supporter.
But since that interview, he's shied away from the limelight and he did not want to do any more interviews. So I spoke to his friend Ryan to find out what's going on with Dylan. What was his day like?
The response to the Fox and Friends interview has been overwhelming. I've certainly got a few requests from it. Dylan's got a number of requests. He's been inundated with an interview request after that. When
I was speaking to Matt, he said that NYU's college professors would not blink twice for changing your grades if you were to say that you were a Trump supporter.
Professors will hash at you the second you say you're supporting a conservative candidate. Most of our school is tainted with liberal bias.
I also spoke to Gabby, she's another member of the College Republicans.
I have two friends that love Donald Trump, but they're not vocal about it to other people that are not Republicans that I know of.
Why is that?
Probably because they don't want to be alienated, but it's interesting actually, some people around campus will wear the Make America Great Again hats, but it's done ironically.
When did college students, and just people in general in this country, get so fearful of free speech? I mean, that's what makes this country so great, that you can elect who you think would best fit this country. And even when I was in college, I was so embarrassed to ever say who I was supporting because it'd end up in a fight at these parties, and it just was awkward.
It's debatable how solid of a Republican that Donald Trump is, but just backing Donald Trump, putting you in a line with like racism is terrifying, isn't it? Like just being on college campus and actually not being able to say that you support Donald Trump, it's nuts.
It's why we have a secret ballot in this country, so you don't have voter intimidation. Right, you don't have to if you don't want to.
If you want to be comfortable on campus and support Trump, spend half as much and go to Bob Jones.
We didn't have a mask, but we got this.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.